This Madden Division is much tougher than the franchise.
Because you're always coming against a player.
You don't get any easy games against the computer.
It's on a more difficult setting.
Every competitor you play gets to pick a team specifically designed to defeat your team.
The kicks is definitely something to get used to.
The kicking is harder.
And that can cost you a game right there, just making mistakes with your kicks alone.
The AI-controlled players are tougher.
You have to modify your strategy against a player during the game.
The difficulty levels are ramped up. It's a different game. It's a tougher game.
But that's why it's so much tougher. I can't think about my championship plans.
I don't have championship plans.
Because without a win tonight,
I'm the complete underdog here.
It doesn't really matter.
I'm the March Madness Cinderella story.
But if I do pull off a win,
last Clash was an improbable win over Shane.
Then I think that will line me up very nicely at 2-0.
I took the Tornado Championship away from West.
To hopefully have a chance to face, I believe it's Colby, who's 2-0 as well.
You know, actually, now that I say all this out loud,
he is the top dog, so definitely to go undefeated would line me up nicely to go into the championship game.
Maybe I should start making championship plans.
How I'm going to beat Monkey tonight?
My defense to step up and make a couple of stops.
I'm going to try a little bit different defense, probably.
I have a feeling that the offensive side of things for me should go pretty well. I should be able to get down the field.
And I might do something a little bit different with my lineup as well.
But I really need a couple of big stops defensively so that whenever this turns into a high-scoring back-and-forth game, I think it's going to be...
I'll try some modifications to see if that works.
That I'm getting the last shot at the end zone.
But also being very careful. Not getting sloppy, keeping my passes tight, and not getting away from the run game.
I think the pressure is all on West here.
But if I don't do those things correctly, it's going to be a long night for me, unfortunately.
I'm here simply to show that this monkey can do more than skate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clash. It is Clash 7, West versus Monkeywork. I am Langell on Xbox, the founder of EvolveSportsLIVE, and I am super excited for tonight's card. As you see there, we have two separate matchups here. We have the Maple Leafs, controlled by Darth Travis, taking on CommandoSlippy and the Philadelphia Flyers in our opening matchup. And then in our showcase game, it will be West and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Monkeywork and the Baltimore Ravens. Speaking of Monkeywork, he is here in the booth along with Meter. I'm going to hand it over to these two so they can handle the broadcast way better than I can. Gentlemen, it is Clash 7. It is go time.
Lucky number 7.
Pumped.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I am doing as well as I can with the nerves that are still starting to kick in a little bit for later on this evening, but I am excited for the hockey game that we're going to call here in a moment.
Me as well, and I'll be honest, I don't want to prolificate for too long. I would love to get down into this because I imagine this to be a really good game, and I personally have stake in who walks away with a victory.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of scouting going on this evening on this game as well, don't you?
I got a whole lot of scouting going on in everything that happens here on Evolve Sports, and I love it.
So this evening we have, as was mentioned, CommandoSlippy playing the Philadelphia Flyers versus Darth Travis playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. Both competitors coming in with unique team choices in a way. Maybe not if you were going to go through the lineup of teams that you would choose out of NHL 21. Neither of these teams might be the top choices really, but interesting of how they pick them and how they merge into their own individual play styles. It'll be interesting to see how they match up against each other.
I couldn't agree more. I think we're going to see some really interesting matchups here. They are fairly close as far as balancing goes, just in strictly the numbers that are put to them, with Toronto coming out on top on every single category, offense, defense, goalie. So it'll be really interesting to see how that plays out. But when it comes down to it, player control is by far the number one most important aspect of any hockey match.
Completely agree. I mean, it's having the team function the way that you want, being used to them, helping them, their movements, facilitating how your brain works and making sure everything's going where it's supposed to is key. So that's why I think it's never a bad choice on which team you pick, as long as it's a team that you're used to and it can complement your individual skill and execute the game plan that you have for the game.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Let's get this down to the ice as soon as it's ready, so that we can watch this amazing matchup. Going into this, Slippy is 1-0-1, which if I know my hockey standings correctly, that's 1 win, no losses, and 1 overtime loss.
Big old 3 points there for Slippy. And Travis, lay out his stats for us.
I'm showing 0-0-1 right now, so he only has the overtime loss.
Yeah, so he's trying to equalize this one out and, pull ahead in terms of not having any losses. Connection between these two is looking like it might be a little bit shaky, but hopefully we'll have a nice solid game. They are coming from opposite ends of the planet. Well, maybe not opposite ends, but there's a big, huge ocean in between them. So we'll see how these two competitors go as we're getting ready here in Toronto. See the Philadelphia Flyers and Toronto Maple Leafs drop the ball.
What else is also interesting is that the wins for Philadelphia are more than the wins for Toronto, despite the fact that Toronto is actually ranked higher on a player-to-player basis. So maybe, you're ranked a little bit lower as far as your players go, but they play better as a team. They're a better maintained team.
Oh, you're not going to bait me into that discussion. You know which team I'm going to be cheering for if we're going down that route.
Nice little shot right off the bat. Really good work. Travis trying to keep the puck in the offensive zone, pass out in front, shot on hard, but blocked by the keep.
Yeah, a little bit of movement around the front of the net. Defense was getting scattered, but everybody's regrouped here now. Nice big block, hit, and Slippy's going to be trying to skate this out of the zone.
Very big hit. Not able to get rid of the puck, trying to break into the offensive zone and kind of circling around, just cut off at the pass.
Yeah,
really good
neutral zone defense there was her. Jake, neutral zone defense by Toronto, very, very good.
Finally breaking into the zone, but immediately bumped off the puck and gives it up.
Give Toronto coming here 2-on-1. Nice pass. Oh, there was an opening there. There was a window where that goalie didn't get slid over all the way.
Tiny little window. Good offensive zone surrounding, but just better puck movement by Travis right now. Another big hit by Slippy.
Yeah, he's bringing the hitting game in. Passes are a little bit off, but he gets... Oh, that was a nice little dump in, actually. I didn't think he was going to get that back. Passes back up to the point. Winds up, slams it on net. Big save.
Beautiful saucer pass from the very behind the net all the way up front. Oh, 2-on-1. No cross crease. Instead takes it himself and isn't able to finish it.
He saw that cross crease was going to get cut, decided to try it himself. We got 3-on-2 now here, coming back in the other way.
Another really hard shot on. That's two right into straight at the keeper hard shots, but definitely creating opportunities here on both sides.
Wait, let's see. I haven't seen any line changes here after a couple of these big hits. Some of these players are going to be getting a little bit slowed down. See who that comes to benefit here in a moment.
I do believe all the line changes happen automatically.
Generally, they do.
They're happening off screen. Like there was one right there for the defense. Great take.
Oh, Slippy had a nice pass, just couldn't get the shot off there.
Broken up in front of the net. Good shot. Finds a gap. There was very little room there and squeezes it through. Very well done.
Both players going back and forth, getting their shots on. Neither one really establishing any dominance just yet. Both being very, very, very responsible, though, with the puck in the neutral zone and in front of the net.
Good discipline, too, on not taking any penalties here.
Nice hitting from Slippy.
I was going to give an advantage to anybody this early. It would be Travis. I think he has just a little bit better control right now. Slippy holds on to it just a little bit too much, in my opinion. A couple more passes might benefit him, but I mean, the stats I think right now are going to show very, very close.
Yeah, I agree. I also agree. Oh, have a potential fight coming up here.
Huge hit. There's an injury. He is limping off the ice, holding his head.
That's never good. But yeah, I agree that the passing from Travis has been much better thus far, but he hasn't been able to execute with it. So if Slippy's able to continue to lay the body, maybe injure his players out, get a little bit of a break here. Oh, that pass is just too far ahead. Icing.
Back down to the other end now.
Who did they
Yeah,
take
I
out?
mean, on top of that, Travis's passing has been a little bit more on target, as Slippy's is exemplified by that icing, but I I don't think he's been passing quick enough. I think he's seeing the passes a little too late, and he's paying the price by getting hit really, really hard.
Nash going off the ice there, holding his head. At least it's not one of the top offensive players for Travis here, so he doesn't have to worry about that too much. It's a fourth liner, but still, anytime you have to adjust their lineup like that's going to be a bit of a pain. 2-on-1.
Good take, good dump in, walking away with it. I gotta say, I know it's only the first, but Slippy has, like, the growth I'm seeing in his play. Oh, beautiful one-on-none. Man against goalie and not able to come away with a point there.
I agree with what you were going to say there. Slippy, rewind us a month or two ago, and he was at times feeling a little bit down on himself, I think, of how the hockey game was going for him. And just kept with it, and the improvement has been stellar here as we watch him play. Every game that we see him, it's just a little bit better every single time.
And that is classic Slippy. He just always gets better and better and better and better. But I'm honestly very impressed with him. Travis has always been very good at this game. Every time I've played him, it's always a challenge. Slippy had to learn from scratch, and I think he has done an amazing job.
Yeah, he's been able to come in here and just he came into the game originally not even really knowing the sport that well, let alone the video game version of it, and has taken right to it and has just I was gonna say like a fish to water. Oh,
There it is, the cross crease right between the circles. Beautiful, very high. Didn't wait too long, and off the top left-hand corner, beats the keeper and rips the back of the net. Beautiful.
Billy Nye, the passing guy, feeds Hyman top corner. Nice shot. That was beautiful. And there wasn't much chance there on the 2-on-1. He wasn't able to get close enough to either player to really be a factor in that play. And there's not much the goalie can do when you get a nice one-timer like that.
Oh, really good 2-on-1. Played that perfectly. And passing is going to be the name of the game. If you can get good passing in the offensive zone and maintain the puck, you're going to find openings, and that's what we saw right there. And unfortunately, this was 6 seconds left.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a way to end off the first period.
Right.
We're saying the stats are going to be super close, and unfortunately, the stat that matters the most here is definitely going to be in Travis's favor here as we go into the first intermission. Seeing some other replays here now, and this will be the one that matters the most. One-timer, top corner, 1-0, Toronto Maple Leafs over Philadelphia Flyers.
Beautifully done. Those 2-on-1s are so difficult to defend against. You either got to take the pass or take the guy, and he skated between them, taking nobody.
Wow. Okay, there's your tail of the tape. You were saying passing was definitely on Travis' advantage. I knew it was. I did not think it was that big of a margin. A 93.9% passing rate for Travis and the Toronto Maple Leafs. That is astounding. Shots, not that much different. Hits are definitely in Philly's favor. We see that kind of being their mode operating at this point. Passing is just brutally different there, though. Good job for Travis. That is high in this game.
93.9, but I do believe he's holding the puck way more often than he's passing it. So I think a lot of those should have been either bad passes or missed passes or dump ins. And instead, he held them and got hit, and in one instance took an injury. So I think that may be a bit misleading in that regard, too. That sometimes you can have great passing and it can still not be, it can just be kind of a little deceptive.
Yeah, had a little bit of a knuckleball shot there, but the goaltender was able to grab that up no problem and breaking it back out of the zone.
Passouts can be so risky, but Slippy doing a really good job there of recognizing it. Oh, there it is! Oh, bumped and not able to finish on the crease. Beautiful pass across.
Just standing there. I think he got a stick lift on him, and that's why he was able to get that one in. Slippy's going to bite here for another. Oh, good job breaking that up.
Wow. And there it was, picking up a guy instead of kind of floating between them. Either making that decision was a really good job. Once again, Travis holding just a little bit too long.
One of those decisions you have to make really, really fast and just commit to it. You can't waver back and forth on a 2-on-1.
That puck's really small out there when you're controlling all these players. You're controlling these big guys. And Slippy several times now has positioned himself.
Oh, yes!
Oh, and there it is. Squeaks it in over the right pad. Sliding down is the keeper and not able to stop it. What a finish with a pass down in very deep.
That was quite possibly the slowest shot I've ever seen off of one of those. but that got in. He just kind of like pushed it through the goaltender. Amazing that he was invisible back there. There wasn't a blue sweater to be seen for miles.
Wow.
And nice little pass, fed him, and beats the goaltender. Well done. 1-1 is the score. Slippy's back in the game.
Ends up getting him 5-hole. That is absolutely astounding. It wasn't even like a one-timer on that. That was just just a little bit of finesse.
Oh, and then he tried to come back with the one-timer himself and just denied. Goaltender is like, not today. Eats off the icing. Nice skating. Oh, but that pass.
That is a big thing about Philly, I gotta say. I've played against them a lot of times, and they are fast. And if you do not have a very fast team, you can get beat on dump-ins like that. I've had players completely just play the dump-in and beat me over and over on it.
Yeah, if you're a person who plays like tight up to the point on folks, Philly can burn you that way. Like I said, just purely with their speed. And this one, though, he's not going to beat him out. We're going to have an icing.
Wow, really good work by both sides. Travis seemed to kind of turn up the heat a little bit after Slippy scored. He's like, all right, well, we can't let that stand. I had the lead. I want the lead.
If you're looking on the Evolve Sports Live Twitch chat right now, there is a prediction thing up where you can bet some points here from the channel. And currently 50-50 split on who's going to win, whether it be Slippy or Travis. So, look at a little bouncing thing there at the top of the chat window. Click on the predict button and get your predictions in.
A good passing on the breakup by Travis now through the neutral zone. Breaking in. There must be a line change there because he had nobody in the zone with him.
He gave up an opportunity to pass there, like he called it a few times now. He had the 2-on-1. He skated around the player, just didn't make the pass. A similar situation to this one.
Oh, great takeaway by Slippy. 2-on-0. And he can't quite finish. What a beautiful play, though.
Such a nice opportunity.
Uh-oh, 3-on-0. Great take and shot on, blocked, and passed back out.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Even when there's mistakes being made, it seems to be back and forth in the mistakes.
Yeah, it's monkey see, monkey do the whole way through this one, but one player scores to end off a period, the other player comes back and scores to start off the next one.
You would talk about monkeys.
That's for later. It's on the scene. All right.
Neutral zone, right side dot towards Toronto's side of the ice. One back by Toronto.
First period, but I got to think the face-offs have to be in Toronto's favor. They seem to have won the majority of them.
I believe it's 7-1 currently, if my count's correct. In favor of Toronto. I should probably finish that.
Oh, I think that, yeah, that wasn't the first one we saw him win. So, for sure, but yeah, the face-offs just allowing him to get that initial control of the puck and kind of get the setup he wants has been a big benefit to his game. He, though, doing a great job of just laying the body, crashing. Oh, what a breakup!
Great bit.
What a breakup!
Wow, double minor. Nice sticking. Wow.
To go from
Ice sticking and slashing.
Such a high scoring potential opportunity there to then get 4 minutes in the box. That's got to sting.
Yeah. He was not expecting. You know what that was exactly? That was. He was. Oh my God. That was a reason why hybrid controls versus skill stick is a big difference maker, because oh my goodness, all these shots on are wild, because the button to shoot is A, and the button to stick lift is A. So he was trying to shoot on the one-timer, the pass across, and it got picked off. He wasn't expecting the pickoff, so he's mashing A to shoot, and it ends up stick lifting, and he draws the penalty. Now, if you're playing skill stick, then that button A is going to stick lift, but you're going to be shooting with the stick, so there's no opportunity for you to take any sort of a penalty by accidentally hitting the wrong button and have when your play is interrupted.
The aggression from Travis.
Yeah, this is
everything that Slippy can do.
I mean, vice versa on that as well. Slippy doing a great job of being aggressive at the right times. I have seen it burn Slippy a couple of times where he has been a little too aggressive when it's a 2-on-1 or something to that effect, and it does end up leaving him on a missed hit. Just not enough guys back. Not that time. Great back check gives him the puck. Shot from the circle finish! Oh my God! The shot interrupted from the right side circle, and it kind of bounces in front of the net. There's a guy there to scoop it up and bury it. No chance for the keeper.
If you ask Slippy right now, that was 100% planned. There was no luck involved. That was a calculated pass at just the right speed for JVR to just nail it into the back of the net. Beautiful little goal here, but yeah, little knuckled. He took that out of the air. That didn't even touch the ice.
My goodness, that was amazing. Wow.
Just like that, Slippy's up. Oh, I guess it didn't get down.
Barely.
Slippy's up 2-1, and capitalizing on that penalty that was taken. I didn't notice the time, though. Did that totally wipe it out? It did. We're back to even strength.
You do that play 100 times, I bet it never happens again.
But it happened this time, and you saw it live on Evolve Sports.
Great take, and
got to be scrambling a little bit.
it looks that way, trying to force a pass across, and just too many guys in the area. Ooh, another good shot on broken up. Final seconds here, as in that one more shot. Travis shot on, but blocked by the body. That'll take us to the end of the second period.
At the end of the first period with a goal by Travis, we had the start and end of this period with goals from Slippy. What do you expect to see here in the third period?
Expect to see Travis pull out all the stops and there to be some craziness on the ice. This is not going to end quietly. This is going to end fierce and dramatic. I have no doubt of that.
I'm pretty sure Travis is in the locker room right now saying, okay, we're opening the gates to hell. Everybody go north. There is no defense. Send everybody north. That's what we're going to see here. But we've got, time on attack. Travis has been holding the puck, but he's been getting out hit. He's out shooting, but that penalty killed him and allowed Slippy to get the go-ahead goal. But if you were to look at these stats without seeing the score, you'd be thinking this was a different narrative. But like you said, it's all about how the player controls stuff, and Slippy's been able to capitalize at the key points in time in this game.
Absolutely, and I can tell you from experience, it can be very frustrating being on Toronto's side, being on Travis's side, being like, I'm doing everything right, I'm playing by all of the rules, like I'm winning in all of the categories that matter, but I'm not winning on the big category, and that can be really frustrating, and it can either be motivating or demoralizing. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out here in this one.
See how rings that one off the post. We'll see if the defensive strategy that Slippy has for this game can hold. Big hit. That seems to be one part of his strategy, is just laying the body consistently. Another big one.
Nice one there, too, to dodge getting any sort of a boarding call or anything. Hit him at just the right angle to prevent a penalty.
He was just holding the puck, trying to find that open lane. It's a shot through. Almost another opportunity for a one-timer. He's doing just enough to get those sticks in and break up those little passes. And frankly, capitalizing on the opportunities that he's had. So, see if we can keep that going.
Win back again. Oh, another shot hits the boards hard. So he missed the net.
Tried to do a huge leading pass there. Wasn't able to get it down, though. Headed up in the air, got cut off. Would have been an interesting rush to see if you could have made that in.
Indeed. Not seeing much dumping coming from from Slippy. It's a lot of either carry in or try and pass at the blue line. Oh, what a finish! Oh, from the left side to right in front of the net, and he buries it over the right side of the keeper.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing a contender being created right here. As Slippy, who was categorically underrated, as we're seeing here now, this is his coming out party. He's just the pucks are
and
going
the Flyers both appear to be underrated. Wow, I'm gonna have to study this tape now.
Travis has some uphill skating to do here on the rest of this period. Down 2 goals. 15 and a half minutes left in the period.
More good wins, but just the pressure and the quick skating there. Billy. Breaking away now, all alone. And not quite.
One-on-one.
Beautiful backhand. One-on-ones against goalie with the difficulty setting we have are so difficult. Calling for the line change here. Not able to get it yet. And Toronto will take it.
Uh-oh.
Cross crease, and he finishes it past the goalie. Oh my goodness!
You were talking earlier about how when you got those 2-on-1s, you can't hesitate. You have to commit, and you could see him debating which way to go. And he kind of just froze himself in the middle of the ice. Travis comes up, sees that hesitation, makes a nice pass across. And
How to harass one of those guys.
It's a cut in half. Hugh hockey game.
Beautiful. What a great finish on that play. A 2-on-1. And my rule of thumb is always going to be the goalie's job is to stop the puck from the guy who has the puck on his stick. The defense's job is to take the pass away in a 2-on-1. I would always go towards taking the pass away, but even taking just the guy would have been a better choice in that situation. Oh, beautiful play. Oh my goodness. Hart somehow stays in his right mind.
Spinning on his head like a top, more like, and he was able to lay out there and stop that one. I agree completely with you in terms of taking the passer. As we were just saying a minute ago, it's so hard to score one-on-one with these goalies.
Oh, good hard shot and tries to finish again.
But, if you can force the other player, oh no, here we go. Here's our tie.
Here it is, 2-on-0, and the pass ends up ripping nylon in the back of the net again.
Not the person you would normally expect to be finishing off a play like this. Up from the defense and just buries that one-timer. And we've got a tied hockey game. Travis, like I said, was sending everybody north. This was unleash hell time. And he's done so and brought this game back to even. Slippy's got to adjust now. He's got to take a breath, ignore the fact the score is even, and just get back.
Positioning and overcommitting right now are Slippy's Achilles heel, as he's just being a little bit out of position. That's not the first 2-on-1 we've seen. That's not the first 2-on-0 we've seen. We had a 3-on-0 earlier. So keeping his guys a little more in position, especially his defense, I think it's going to be really pivotal as this game continues.
Away with a tripping call there, really good.
Bump out of the zone, waiting for his guys to get back on side. Travis is in. Hard shot and not able to hit the net.
He's getting the sauce.
Oh, beautiful spin, makes him all alone in the hard shot. He can't finish it. What a move by Slippy, the spinorama.
You see the jock strap he just took off that guy.
Holy cow.
But yeah, I mean he's getting the passes in. He's just got to keep his cool. Looks like he's not gotten too phased though. He's back to laying the body down.
I can't stop smiling after that spinorama. That was absolutely unreal. Threw 3 guys in the middle of the ice at the blue line to break into the zone all alone.
He got the shot afterwards too. Like not just.
What a good hard slapper on net. Exceptional. Oh,
just toe pass there. Keeps it out.
I love that point-to-point slapper plus has a guy on the deflection down in deep. Ooh, good bomb.
By Slippy. Hey,
Another really good hard shot on.
That's what she said. Slippy seems to be not even trying to so much pass through some of those crowds anymore. He's like, I'll just take the slap shot on.
Wow. Beautiful pass. Another one. Not able to finish. Slippy has it down in deep. Another hard shot. Able to be blocked by Anderson.
Spags after this game. One-on-one. Oh, tries to lift it over the pad. Wasn't quite able to do it though.
With how physical Slippy is, beautiful pass and shot on, and we'll hold on to it. With how physical Slippy is, passing is going to be the key to keeping him out of position, because when someone's stepping to you and you have two guys swarming you trying to hit you, somebody's out of position and they're committed very hard to that side of the ice. It leaves a lot of open ice for everybody else to play in.
Here we go. This could be our game right here. 2-0. Comes up. Empty defense. No problem. I mean, that's textbook right there. Alice Galchenyuk.
A lot of people in this situation will wanna talk to the goalie, and I think when you see the stats, you're gonna see, you know, shots versus goals, save percentage are gonna be fairly low for a professional NHL goalie, but you can't blame the keeper for facing multiple 2-3 on zeros. That's not how hockey is intended to be played.
No, there's 5 guys skating in front of that goaltender for a reason. And even though only 2 of them have the name defenseman, they're all supposed to be back playing for the defense. Goaltender is simply the last line. He's going to be the only line of defense. And when you get a bunch of these, you know, odd man rushes or 2-0 rushes, there's not much that goaltender can do.
Another icing is Slippy. I don't think expected to have the puck on his stick there and dumped it down. Ooh, rare win by Slippy on that, but not able to capitalize. Bad pass.
Ooh,
another pass across. Good hard shot from up high, and another pass out by Slippy. He's been doing that a whole heck of a lot as he ices the puck again. Passing out, passing out.
Yeah, I think he's recognizing that he hasn't been winning the faceoffs. And pass there as soon as possible, keep control. But if he continues to ice down there like that, he's just setting him.
Less than a minute left in the game, too, and that's going to really put a damper on what needs to happen here for the Philadelphia side for Slippy. He skates in, cross, shot on it, it's blocked! Oh my goodness, what a great shot!
Yeah, that was a cheek biter on that one. I was almost
break up out in front and ices it again.
The Flyers aren't able to save him from that icing, and is traveling 200 feet back up the other direction for the face-off to
30 seconds left. Down by 1 is Philly, and it's in their zone. Good hard shot on after the point-to-point pass. Another attempt to break it up, but skating around with it, spinning backwards, not able to get it on net, and clearing it out to the neutral zone is Slippy. So dumped in, and we'll have an icing. 14 seconds left. It's coming back to Toronto's side of the ice.
Yeah, you can tell the hybrid controls because you can see Slippy's almost mashing the button, and that's why the icings are happening, I think, so much. But face-off win for Travis, but he wasn't able to get out of it.
Backhand shot, not able to finish. And all alone. Couple of quick shots, and that will end it. Your victor tonight is the Toronto Maple Leafs, as controlled by Darth Travis.
That was
exceptional work.
The game, and congrats to both players. Put on an excellent show, and as we were saying earlier, I mean, huge congrats to Slippy, who, I think came into this game criminally underrated, and anybody who watched this one realizes how much he's improved, to a threat he is really to the whole division moving.
Absolutely.
He's not going to stall out at this point. It's only going to get better as time goes on.
The entire hockey division has taken notice of both of these guys. They are both on a mission, and if they keep playing the way they played tonight, they're going to succeed on their mission. This one was down to the last seconds.
Yeah, literally, like the goals came in with the exception of the game winner, that came in about mid-period, but everything else was almost end of period or beginning of period play here. Look at the stats. Stats don't really tell the true tale of the game here, because regardless of possession or passing time on here, possession numbers or passing percentages, both teams were back and forth, and for both really good game.
Could not agree more. I can let you go and set up for the next game. I'm sure my colleague will be back. Will be in the booth shortly. Go ahead.
I'll get myself warmed up and have fun watching this next one. We'll see how it all goes.
Right on. Well, best of luck.
All right, I'm gonna jump in here. Meter, what a game! Let's. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let's click on this one. Yeah, what a matchup. You guys talked about it on commentary on how Slippy is improving game over game. That is the best game of hockey, even in a losing effort. That's the best game of hockey I've ever seen Slippy play.
Wow. I mean, I completely agree. I think Slippy did amazing tonight, and I'm just really, really impressed. I know I've taken notice, and I'm sure everybody else in the hockey division has taken notice. I know West was watching that, so I'm sure he's fully anticipating both Travis and Slippy coming for him as well. So this is just so exciting to see the hockey division continue to thrive and be really, really strong all the way across the board.
Yeah, we haven't really had what you would call a dud of a game yet in this division. That speaks volumes for the contenders that we have in this division. I mean, it's neck and neck. You could lose a game and you can end up dropping in the rankings just because how great the talent is right now.
Absolutely. And that came down to one goal. That's one shot. That's one mistake. Or one just amazing play.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stick work I saw from Slippy, unbelievable. The passing I saw from Toronto, really great. The stick control.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. And I was noticing during the game, you made a call that was interesting. The 4-minute major that Darth Travis took for the high sticking, you nailed it exactly. It was a case of when one button does two separate moves, you're at the liberty of the game for it to decide which one it's going to be. And as a result, it turned out to be a high stick and lift the stick penalty. And as a result of that, a 4-minute power play for Slippy. Yeah, you nailed it exactly. But it's interesting because even without that power play, this game was incredibly close. Like Darth Travis picked up the win, and congratulations to him. That is fantastic. But I don't want to show favoritism at all, but I am so impressed with the way that Slippy played that game. When I was putting the stats together and putting the game together for it, they were close in the rankings. I didn't think they were that close though. That was an incredibly close game. That was amazing.
Yeah. You run that game again, could have a completely different outcome. Definitely. You know, you mentioned the skill stick difference there. I think we also saw, and Monkey mentioned this, we also saw it at the end with Slippy trying to take the puck away and mashing that button, and ended up icing it over and over and over, and it really killed. Really, the last 3 minutes of the game were a wash because it was the puck sliding down the ice, icing back in the other zone, and Slippy wasn't winning faceoffs. So Toronto had a really easy end of the game because what I would say was because of the controller setting that they both choose. But to each their own. I will just always be in favor of skill stick over.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. It looks like we're getting set up here for the other game here. We're getting some game audio bleeding through, but let's quickly talk about this one, Meter. It is in the Madden Division, in the football division. It is going to be a rematch of sorts as far as our community goes, because these two met just last week for the Tornado Championship in the TPCFL. Going into the game, it was West and the Chiefs as the reigning champions. They ended up losing to Monkeywork and the New Orleans Saints. Now, tonight he's playing with the Ravens, but this has got to be weighing in both players' mind. You'd think that Monkey would have to think he has the confidence going into this, knowing he just beat West less than a week ago.
It definitely does, but it also leaves you on your toes because he's seen how good West is. Both of these guys are so good. They're both 1-0 right now in this division. They both have really great teams that they know how to play well, but only one person is going to walk away tied with Colby, who's number 1 ranked right now in the division, and the other one's going to take their first loss of the football rankings.
Oh, most definitely. There's a lot on the line for both of these players. I mean, like you said, the winner now moves up and plays Colby. The loser drops down in the ratings. But I mean, I don't know. Is getting set up to play Colby necessarily a good thing? We saw Colby with a 38-0 trouncing of Bama Shocks earlier, a few Clash episodes ago. And then just recently we saw Monkeywork pull out a 14-12 win over former TPCFL champion Shane's Gaming. So I mean, there's a lot on the line, and it's a murderer's row in this division right now.
Facing Colby is a great thing for one of these guys, and because it means that they're continuing to move up. That's what you're here for. You're here to win games. But even more than that, it's a great thing for all of us watching here at Evolve Sports Live.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I think they are ready to go there, Meter. Actually, Shano's on vacation, so I'm going to handle the introductions here. Let's see how we do here. Let's toss it over, and then we'll get ready for game time. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your showcase matchup of Clash 7 and is being competed in the Madden Football Division. Introducing first, competing out of Ontario, Canada, with an Evolve Sports record of 1-0, West. And his opponent, competing out of Ontario, Canada, he is the current reigning TPCFL Tornado champion with an Evolve Sports record of 1-0, Monkeywork. There we go, Mater. The introductions have been made. We are here. It is showcase time. It is go time. Let's do it.
Baltimore going to give this ball to Kansas City to start it off here in Kansas City. And I am really excited for this game.
I am as well. I can't wait for this. Monkey kicks it off into the end zone. And that's a classic trait by West. He will move out of the way to make sure that he doesn't accidentally take that on the 1 yard line. It's a smart strategy. I've been burnt by it a couple times where I've gone for fair catch and the ball is just short. So he gets out of the way to make sure that there's no opportunity that he gets burnt by something like that.
Even when it's in the end zone, sometimes you think you've waved it off and then your guy jumps instead. Completely honestly, I've taken to doing the same exact thing. I think it was a brilliant strategy.
Wait a second. West just smashing out of here. What a huge opening play. And yes, I mean, a lot of the people in this division are veterans when it comes to this now. Multiple seasons in the TPCFL, our online franchise league. And you can tell as veterans start playing the game more, they learn a couple tips, a couple tricks here and there. And you can definitely tell when someone's a veteran or a newcomer here within this division.
I couldn't agree more. That was a great sweep to start. Now going for a screen out to the left side. A couple of less traditional plays versus, a normal run or a normal pass. So really exceptional play here. Kansas City and West keeping everybody on their toes.
Yeah, I think that's I think West is out tonight to prove that defeat last week in the TPCFL was it wasn't necessarily that he wasn't ready, and now he's making sure that he's he went backwards on that play, unfortunately, but I think that he's out to show some new wrinkles, show some new tricks here to make sure he picks up that victory tonight.
Yeah, another unconventional play with the draw. It's not, none of these are outlandish. None of these are plays you'll never see. But first 3 plays being a sweep, a screen, and a draw, very unconventional in my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Most people would expect a couple slants over the middle just enough to break the ice to get rid of the nerves. And West going with completely unpredictable plays here in an effort to try to take advantage early.
Outside run to the left side. I believe he picked up what he had lost in the last one. 3 yards, so 2nd and 8 now. We have the poll going on the Twitch chat, so get your predictions in. Who's going to win, KC or Baltimore win? Some of the TPC or the Evolve Sports Live tickets that you've been earning all along.
Yeah, exactly. Chance to gain some extra. Oh, that is going to be coming back. Mahomes moved 2 forward. Illegal forward pass, -5 yards. And I'm sure that Monkey will accept that. As he does, making it 3rd and 12 now.
That's something I've always been concerned with myself. I'm not a running quarterback when I play, so my biggest concern when seeing a running quarterback is how do they know when they're past that line of scrimmage, and apparently it's very easy to lose track of that.
It definitely is, especially like you said, if you're a running quarterback. I mean, I like to plant my feet and basically stay within the pocket, but once you break out of that, you have to be aware of what's going on, or things like this will happen, which has absolutely ended the drive for Kansas City.
And the kick to the left is going to be no good, so Baltimore will take over on their own 44.
Yeah, you heard both men mention that in the opening promo, that the kicks are definitely harder on All-Pro, and the timing you have to get down, and we just saw an example of it there. That meter moves very, very quickly. That kick meter, sorry.
It does.
Oh!
And a fumble immediately as quarterback tries to take off and is hit.
That's the one thing, meter. It's the tendency breaker in this game. Is West is so good with that hit stick. In the Extreme League, our arcade league, he has well over 50 forced fumbles using the hit stick. He knows how to do that, and he just showed Monkey that he definitely knows how to use that.
And a quarterback more likely to fumble too, so especially if they're not protecting ball, which is exactly what it seems to have happened there. Trying to rush right up the middle, saw a little bit of a gap, and all of a sudden the ball's back in Kansas City's hands, and they're even further forward.
It did not take very long for him to turn that around.
In the 39, 2nd and 4, throw short over to the left. Kelsey, the big tight end, picks that one up, and a 1st down for West.
West moving forward now, 1st and 10 from the 32. Interesting thing I read in the offseason, apparently Travis Kelsey informed, I believe it was either ESPN or Sports Illustrated, that everybody has been pronouncing his name wrong since he came into the league. It's actually Travis Kels.
Really?
Yes. A little bit of knowledge.
I'll forget that shortly.
Exactly. A little bit of knowledge I like to sprinkle in here and there. But while I'm doing that, Monkeywork with a huge sack, and it's now 2nd and 20 now from the 42-yard line.
Big loss, especially after forcing a fumble there. Over to Kels into the 34. 5 for 6 is West for 57 passing yards already.
Yeah, he's definitely lighting it up through the air, but unfortunately that sack putting him at 2nd and 20. It's an uphill battle right now. He's going to have to throw it deep here just to get a 1st down.
Intercepted, and Monkey's going to take this one potentially to the other end.
He is flying down the field. So there we go. We've got 2 turnovers in the 1st quarter. So if this continues, we may have to return this from Clash to Bakery with all these turnovers. But we'll see how it plays. But now it's a case of now we've seen both defense able to take the ball. So we'll see what happens here.
That play designed to go to Kels, which would have been the 3rd play in a row. But instead, trying to get it back over to the right, throwing across his body, and ends in an interception. Great handoff here. Tons of room. 11 yards.
11 yards on that first pickup. Great turnaround by Monkey. The first play of the first drive did not go well. First play of the second drive, definitely much more positive for Monkeywork.
A man in motion from the right to the left. Excellent snap, handoff, trying to break through and taken down at the 17, a 1 yard.
Now, one thing I do want to mention there, Meter, I noticed in the pregame, I don't know if it came through on the stream or not, but when Monkey was setting up his game, he chose the New England defense here with the Baltimore Ravens. And you, of course, are very familiar with the New England defense. What is the strength of the New England Patriots defense?
I mean, honestly, the biggest strength of their defense is their free safeties. As a pass over the middle ends up in the end zone. Exceptional work.
Huge play by Monkey into the end zone.
Monkey puts up 6, and we'll see if kicking plagues him. An easy extra point. It's up, and it's right down the middle. 7-0 in favor of Baltimore now. I would say their biggest asset is their players, not their playbook. So that's what's interesting to me is a defensive playbook. Most of them are very, very similar. So I'm not sure what the huge benefit would be there, but honestly, understanding playbooks is not my specialty.
Well,
perhaps something you could enlighten me on a little bit. Do you know much about that?
I do know that I am terrified to throw deep against the New England Patriots, like you said, with the strong safeties. McCourty and forget the other player's name. But yeah, you are right. I mean, a 3-3-5 defense is a 3-3-5 defense, or a 3-4 or cover 2, whatever it is you're going to choose, but it's a case of what you're good with. But I just found it interesting that Monkeywork specifically chose the New England defense, and I was wondering if there was something there that's kind of like an undercover gem that may help him in this game.
Not that I know of, but might be something worth asking. I know their safeties are great at interceptions, and their linebackers are great at picking up runs, and they're really good run stoppers because of that. But maybe there is something in their playbook that I don't know about, despite having controlled them for so long. I'd be interested to know. Yeah,
we'll have to maybe get that from Monkey and find out what is going on. But as I'm working on some audio issues, I apologize to the viewing audience and, of course, to my broadcast partner as well. I didn't realize I was as loud as I was, but 7-0 after 1. This is a very close game.
It very much is, and now West attempting to move the ball and thought he had some blocking and just kept running right through him, the defense.
Yeah, the fact that West was able to throw that ball away to not be in another 2nd and 20 situation, great awareness by him.
Yeah, big difference from that first play that he did end up with the sack and pushed very far back. Now, if he plays it how he did last time, he could be walking away with another first down.
He very well could be. Let's see how this all plays out. 2nd and 10 is way more manageable than 2nd and 20. Huge throw by...
Oh, my goodness. Huge throw and a disgusting hit.
Yeah, I was going to say the throw was huge, and then the hit was even bigger. What a play by Monkeywork. West gets the first down, but definitely doesn't pick up any rack after that. There was no run after catch on that one at all.
Well, the only rack is his head ringing after catch.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Awesome throw.
Oh.
Gets a juke. He gets to the outside and picks up the first before stepping out of bounds at the 27.
I think we're watching West put on a clinic here of unpredictability. I didn't see that coming in the least, and actually, we can actually see his play screen right now, and I still didn't expect that. What a play by West.
West looked at his offensive coordinator and said, give me all of the plays in our book that have no creases on the page. We're playing every single one of them.
Exactly.
Nothing that any of us have seen before.
And it's working. It is working. A big thing in football, Meter, is not only picking up yards and getting scored, but controlling that clock. And we're watching West, mix it up. Sometimes you throw short to cause extra plays, and other times he throws it long. He is definitely putting work in right now.
I could not agree more. Pass over here to the left. Now over 100 yards in the first 2 quarters. And moving the ball for another first down. Another big thing, along with, knowing when to call what plays, managing the clock, is tendency breakers, because all of the people in this league are really adaptive and they learn and they'll watch how you play. There's a lot of tape on him. His belt breaks free and into the end zone. And we have a 6-7 game now. Kansas City, a field goal away, an extra point away from tying this one up.
What a great play by West. What a great drive by West. Able to keep Monkey on his toes here. And ends up in the end zone. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we are tied, sir.
Absolutely exceptional. It felt like more than 8 plays, but that's all it took on that drive to make it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, that was some surgical style plays by West. Getting the ball where he needed it to be and getting himself into the end zone. Monkey with the same strategy now. Stay away from that ball to make sure that you don't get locked at the 1. Or if you pick it up at the 1 and try to come out with it, odds are you're not going to make it to the 25. So great plays by both of these players to make sure that they get the best opportunity possible.
And that was the thought process when the NFL made that rule change, was more people would just accept the 25 because you're more likely to make it to the 20 or 21. So definitely working as intended on that one. Nice sweep, getting out to the 29.
Great play, gains 4 yards on it, but West wasn't fooled and swallowed him up there, only allowing 4 yards on that play. It'll be interesting whether or not West goes back to the hit stick to see whether or not he can force another fumble. If Jackson takes off with it, look for that.
Throw over the middle, knocked out in a beautifully contested one-on-one, but he was getting rushed fast.
Indeed. West sent everything but the kitchen sink back at Jackson, forced him to make a play before he was necessarily ready for it, and as a result now Monkey's facing 3rd and 6.
High formation for the offense, shift by the defense, a lot of guys down in close, and here they come. Throw over the middle on a beautiful little curl, and as soon as he turned, the ball was in his hands, and the chains are going to move forward, 1st and 10.
Yeah, great awareness by Monkey to see where he is and able to get that first down, because the receiver's feet were across the line of scrimmage, and then he came backwards on it. So in some cases you could see that as backwards momentum, but Monkey able to gain the first down, and we keep moving.
Another shift by the defense at the last second. Snap, throw over to the left into heavy coverage, intercepted, and he's got a lot of green field. The 30, a spin, and knocked down at the 29. But a 3rd turnover between the two teams here in the first half.
You know, if we get to half dozen, we're going to put it on sale. There's no doubt about that. But great defense by both teams now. But West just in the right place at the right time, picks up that turnover, and now heading the other way.
And off left side on the reverse play there, trying to get through the gap, and he does. Falls down the 20, on the 20, 2nd and 2 now.
Interesting.
Nice counterplay.
Yeah, most definitely. Interesting choice by Monkey to take a timeout with only 16 seconds to the 2-minute warning. I don't know if maybe that was his nerves,
especially with him not having the ball.
Yeah, most definitely. So
3rd and 2 now.
West tried to break out there to the left side, but Monkey had that covered.
It gets to the 2-minute warning from the 21. Kansas City has the ball, 3rd and 2 here in the first half, all knotted up, 7 apiece.
You are watching the showcase matchup here on Clash 7, Monkeywork versus 7, or Monkeywork versus West, sorry. And we, gets swallowed up there. And now 4th and 7, great defense by Monkey.
A 4-yard loss.
And now Baltimore to save some clock for himself, I imagine. 1:54 on the clock and a 42-yard field goal attempt coming up.
Harrison
for
Butker
West.
on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Kick is to the right and no good, so
His kick
now
is no
Monkeywork's
good.
going to take
The
over.
score remains tied.
Quite a bit of time on the clock by my estimation.
There is a lot of time, but those 2 timeouts could come back to burn him a little bit. But more importantly, even if he gets a field goal out of this drive, he gets the ball back to start the second half. That could be a very tall hill for West to try to climb. if Monkeywork's able to score on this drive.
Shift from the defense. Looks like he might have switched to man there. Snap looking. Jackson throws over the middle. Caught. Well done by Monkey to pick up a first down. Hurry up offense. 1:30 left here in the half. Snap. Looking. Can't get the... Throws the ball at the last second, and it'll fall dead. Clock stops and no sack.
But that was dangerous. That was definitely dangerous. Monkey feeling the pressure of West's defense right now.
I jumped the gun there. I thought for sure he wasn't going to be able to get the ball away, but threw it very quickly.
Most definitely. 2nd and 10 now
You're
from
right,
the
1
48.
left. Like he's set up in man again. Throwing over the middle and nobody there.
Yeah, floated that one over, and then interestingly enough, Monkey didn't switch to that receiver. So it just kind of went floating on by, but now it's 3rd and 10. Interesting to see what Monkey has in mind here. Does he try to throw it deep to try to head for the end zone, or does he play it somewhat safe and just try to get the first down here?
All that time-saving clock could have been saving it for your opponent.
Most definitely.
Snap looking, throwing, caught. Beautiful pass over the middle, short of the first, but able to pick up the first on the run. Now just over a minute left here in the second on the hurry-up offense. 3 out to the left. Jackson in shotgun with a man just to his right. The snap, looking, waiting, throwing, caught. Yeah, he was held up on his own guy, but able to make up the ground on the backside. Now under 40 seconds. Snap. Throwing over to the left, intercepted by Sneed.
What a play by by West. West missed that kick. It looked like there was going to be problems for him because Monkey was just coming down the field here with a great drive with great momentum. And West is able to slam the door shut. He may not get any points out of this, but the bigger thing is he didn't give up any points at all. And that's huge for West right now.
That's very well stated because the ball was moving nicely and sacked. So much for not giving up any points. He gave up 2 right there, plus the punt.
Result of the play is a safety.
Wow.
You do not see that every day, folks.
You definitely do not.
And the punt, a weak one, sailing to about the 22, going to be returnable. There's the 30, and hit very hard at the 32, and timeout Baltimore. I think they messed that one up because the clock will automatically stop after play after a ball change.
Agreed. Monkeywork takes a 9-7 lead and then burns that last timeout. So whatever we're going to see in the next little bit is unless Monkey can get a bounce or can spike the ball, but I wouldn't expect a lot of plays between now and the end of the half.
Monkey's in shotgun now. Waiting, looking, planning, making a change. Kansas City reacts, snap, throw, left side, and intercepted! Are you kidding me right now?
Wow. We are 1 away from putting on a half dozen sail there, Meter. It is 9-7, and now I know West hasn't had a lot of success with the kick meter so far, but he's got 22 seconds and he's in field goal range. So try a couple times for that end zone. If that doesn't work, you've got the kick to possibly take a 10-9 lead going into the half here. But based on West's success with the kick right now, I think he's probably thinking more opportunity of trying to get into that end zone. 8 seconds on the play clock.
4 turnovers by Baltimore. Insane.
Yeah.
And always in such really, really bad positioning.
Yeah, it seems that either West's defense is in the exact right position for everything, or Monkey's just not throwing in the right area at all, or a combination of the two. But right now, the defense is definitely standing much stronger for West right now.
Broken up, almost intercepted the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. One thing we should point out, Mater, is the fact that currently in our online franchise, the TPCFL, we've played the last 9 seasons on Pro. We're making the change to All Pro starting next season. That's what these two are playing on right now. So some of these missed plays could be a case of getting used to the timing, but it'll definitely help them practice-wise getting ready for our upcoming Season 10.
Very good point, and it makes it very different from the game that they just played that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, it definitely does. It definitely does. All right, so inside the red zone, West has, I'd say, one chance to make a play. If that's unsuccessful, go for the kick and try to take the lead here before the end of the half, giving the ball back to Monkeywork.
Throw towards the end zone, hit down at the 5, and timeout with 2 seconds left. I believe we're going to see a kick here, but we'll see.
I don't know. It looks like West just picked a play. He's going for it. This should be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. I would have gone for the guaranteed points in this situation, but we'll see how it plays out for West.
He's missed 2 kicks so far. I don't think he's thinking of them as guaranteed.
That's
the
very
throw
true.
Incomplete, and that will end the half with Monkeywork 9, West 7. Monkeywork about to get the ball back.
Monkey about to get the ball back. We're going to start the second half. We'll see whether or not Monkey can make some adjustments offensively to stop turning that ball over. We'll see whether or not West is able to continue that strong defense that he had in the first half. While we have a second here, if you missed it earlier, we had an absolutely incredible game in the hockey division right before this one. Make sure you either catch the VOD replay on Twitch or over on our YouTube channel. You're not going to want to miss it. It was Darth, Travis, and CommandoSlippy in an absolute clinic from our hockey division.
Very, very good hockey game, and now we're being treated to a very good football game with an exceptional amount of very unprecedented ball play happening on both sides. Good pass over to the left side, moves it to the 42.
Jackson is 6 for 12. If you take those 4 turnovers out of it, he'd be, those 4 turnovers are definitely playing a huge deterrent in his stats right now.
Man in motion on the offensive side. Handoff fake, handoff over to the right, and picks up the 45, a little 3-yard gain.
Dobbins picks up 3, which gives him 4 for the total game right now. Neither Monkey nor West are really getting a lot going on the ground as it stands right now. But, as the game gets longer, we may see one of them or both of them switch to try to do some clock management, some clock control.
And we also haven't seen a lot of the quarterbacks taking off, which is normally a staple for both of these teams. So although the one time Jackson did, he coughed the ball up.
Indeed.
Off right side, and the defensive line there to make a stop behind the line, and they lost everything they had gained.
Exactly. Now it's 3rd and 10. Monkeywork tried that trick play. And West was totally ready for it. Didn't even let him get started. So let's hear it in chat. If you're watching the game right now, give us a prediction or where you think things are going now that you've seen a half of the game so far. Are you tending to lead towards West and the Chiefs or towards Monkeywork and the Baltimore Ravens? Let's hear from the chat.
Over the middle, caught a lot of room to run, and finally taken down at the 38.
That's got to be discouraging to have it 3rd and 10 and basically have one more stop to get the ball back. And then Monkey throws it over the middle, makes that first down, and now he's got a fresh set of downs to work with.
End off fake, rolls way out to the right. Jackson's gone. Tons of room. And leans into the hit and gets knocked out finally at the 14. Wow.
Jackson, 2 runs, 24 yards, and I'm pretty sure 24 plus of them just came from that one play, because if you remember the first time he tried that, he got smashed right at the line, if not in negative yards.
Absolutely huge. And just when we had talked about that we hadn't seen him take off too much.
Yep. Monkeywork changes the questions every time we think we have the answers.
Snap, throw over the middle, wide open again. His passing to Snead has been absolutely on point.
Yeah. West is getting eaten alive over the middle. If I were him, I would switch to a 3-3-5 defense and user control the man in the middle. Take that avenue away. If not, Monkey's just going to light that up continually because it's working for him.
Very much is. Snap here, handoff, and pushing forward easily into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. Monkeywork extends his lead to 8, extra point pending.
Yeah, and the way we've seen the kick so far, that's not a guarantee by any stretch. So we'll see how this plays out. But great drive by Monkeywork, coming down the field and putting points on the board. So he took that from a safety and then came back in the next drive and was able to score a touchdown on it. So now a huge lead, a 9-point lead for Monkey midway through the third quarter here.
Justin Tucker to kick off for
Got the
Baltimore.
ball there at the beginning of the half and was able to eat significant time off the clock.
Indeed.
Left side here, running forward and picking up past the 25 to about the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The City will start a very pivotal drive.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And I think West, had he been able to pull off that play at the end of the half, this game would be 16-14 right now. So, I mean, I can see what he was trying to do, but he's got a bit of work ahead of him at this point now.
That play designed to go out to the left side, but at the last possible second, Monkey spread his defense, and that closed the left side, forcing him up the middle, and the linebacker came in and stopped. Really, really good play there.
Most definitely. Now we've got West looking to get rid of the ball quick on a screen play, and it's beautiful. Spin move.
Wow.
Great play by West. 140 yards through the air right now. And one interception. But what a great play by West there. Throws the screen play, seeing the blitz, and he's able to pick up a first down out of it.
He is, and very, very well done.
Monkey
Spreading
the
back
defense.
up by the defense. Oh, somehow comes down with that in 3-on-1 territory. West still makes the catch. Wow.
Yeah, that one had me clenching my jaw a little bit. I was like, this is not good, but West somehow pulls that off there. And now it's 2nd and 1, very manageable 2nd and 1.
Throw over to the left, beautiful pass and catch, and a lot of run there.
Great move by West there, seeing what the defense had there, realized that Kels was open, got to him. First and 10 now.
And some changes at the line. Snap, West with a handoff, trying to cut back to the middle and nowhere to go. Pick up of 1.
Yeah, that didn't really work the way that it was probably intended, but it's you can't hit a home run every time for me to combine sports here, but West needs to score on this drive, so hopefully whatever he's doing, he's got a game plan to put some points on the board here. Double
lateral to the right side, and there were 4 defensemen ready to swallow him up.
Yeah, we're in a situation now, Meter, where it's 3rd and 8. This is probably going to wrap us up for the third quarter unless he gets this off quick, and he does not. So we're going into the fourth quarter with Monkeywork leading 16-7, but West is down in the offensive zone. Wait to see where he is on the 25-yard line. 3rd and 8, though. Monkey spreads the defense out, anticipating this long pass.
Throws as he's hit. Wow.
Yeah.
Really dangerous play right there.
Most definitely. So if you're West right now, do you go for the kick or do you go for it? You're on the 25-yard line. I mean, yeah, West is going to go for this at this point.
I'd personally take the kick. Down 2 scores no matter what. Even if you put 8 points on the board, you're still going to be down. So take the 3, get out there, and get your blocks in. Just stop them and get the ball back.
The problem is he hasn't been able to make a kick yet this game. I think that's weighing heavy in the mind of West. But what are you going to do here?
We'll find out right now. Snap, looking, waiting, throwing, open. No, it's dropped.
Just unlucky by West. He had the player open. There were some Baltimore defensemen there. And they closed in early, but now Monkey takes over, having that be an empty drive by West, and now Monkey takes over with 5:50 left in the fourth, and you can just imagine the Chew Clock offense is about to they're going to eat, Mater. It's feast time.
And very well they should, especially with all the interceptions they've thrown. Now is the time to run the ball.
Indeed.
Now, handoff, has some blocking, and picks up a lot of yards.
Picks up 8
The
on that.
31.
6 on that. That was way off.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a
All
pickup
right,
of 6.
3 receivers,
Brings
nickel
up
3,
second
3,
and
5.
4.
Now in a nickel normal. West getting ready here.
Interesting.
Closing in on
Looks
the
like he's
box.
anticipating pass.
Yeah.
And the Chew Clock offense works against him as Monkey doesn't snap the ball.
Which makes it now 2nd and 9. Basically starting all over again with one less down to work with. West again closing that box in. 6 in the box. Throws over the middle. Stop.
Jackson's
Just past the first
complete
down
to Willie Snead.
marker.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Gains 11 on
First
it.
down, Ravens.
Defensively, nobody was even near him on that one.
Nope, it's very wide open. Great
High
stop
snap
by
drop.
West there.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
But I think the problem is, Mater, is West's problem right now is definitely Baltimore on the field, but it's also the clock on the big scoreboard. That's another thing that's working against West right now.
Very much is, and if Monkey plays his cards right, it'll continue to work against West.
Indeed.
Snap, handoff right side, taken down behind the line.
The wide receiver,
Great
the ball
play.
carrier. Tano
Great
Pascal
play.
on the
Now, looking at this,
and it's
Monkey can bring it down to roughly 3 minutes left in the quarter, and into the game for that matter. With this play, if I'm West, I'm covering over the middle because I have a feeling that's where this ball is going.
No fake, looking, throwing over to the left, and
Oh.
dropped.
Jackson's pass. Intended
Great
Huge
play.
play right there.
incomplete.
Exceptionally done by the defense.
Most definitely. 4th and 11. Monkey choosing to punt
Cook on to punt
as he's
for the
standing on
Ravens.
his own 36-yard line. Great kick within the 10.
Beautiful kick.
Into the 5.
The Chiefs
Great
take
kick.
over
And you got to
first
keep in
and
mind,
10
Meter, this is on All
at
Pro.
their own
That's not what we're
5-yard
used
line.
to. We're used to people pulling that off on Pro where you have a guide the whole time. In All Pro, that guy disappears and he still managed to kick it to the 5th. That's impressive.
It is, and it's very key, too. The last time West was backed up this far, it ended up with 2 points for Baltimore, for Monkeywork.
That's true.
Sends a man away. Throws quickly over to him on the screen. Juke and Bell able to pick up the first at the 15.
Gets the first down, which is impressive. That's great.
That's
There's
good.
still
No hurry-up offense I'm a little surprised by. He has to score not just once, but twice
First and 10
in
at
less
the
than 3
15-yard
minutes.
line.
Yeah, I would assume if I'm West right now, I trust my offense, get into the end zone, and then see if that defense can get one more major stop, one more interception, and possibly come back and win this in the final couple moments. And then an
Instead, he throws it
interception
away.
happens,
Interception. Pick 6.
and he
Diving into the end zone.
dives into the end zone. Baltimore able to read that play, read that offense, picks up the ball, puts it into the end zone, and now the Ravens going for two. I find this interesting, unless, again, it's a case of not having a lot of confidence with the kick. But Monkey was just able to kick to the 5-yard line, so I don't think that's it. I'm not sure what the theory is here.
I believe the theory is...
Well, now it's a 3-score lead, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe that would be what the thinking is.
I guess so.
He probably went with suggestions, and it suggested 2 points because mathematically that was the smart decision.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, at this point, West is going to need some great offense and a bit of some biblical proportions here to pull this one off, but we'll see what happens. Throws over the middle, Hill with it, gets the first down.
Timeout Kansas City before the 2-minute.
Interesting. I talked about it in the first half where Monkeywork had called a timeout at 2:16. This time West calls the timeout at 2:18.
I'm definitely feeling that pressure right now. Snap throwing over to the left, trying to get out of bounds, gets a good miss, and steps out at the 45. Great pass and run.
Great pass and run and great field awareness to see where he was, and gets out of bounds, stops the clock, basically earns back that timeout that he just burnt.
Now, handoff fake, looking, rolling out to the left. Mahomes going to take it himself, tons of room, and finally steps out of bounds at the 30, stopping the clock at 2:05.
Great play again by West.
15 more yards.
And that's 2:05 left. Gets another first down on the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Really big set of plays coming up here.
West
Then
with a
motion,
man in motion.
snap, handoff to him. Getting out to the right side is Hill. Spin move, cuts back in. Knowing the clock is stopping at the 2-minute, doesn't need to go out of bounds. Taken down at the 14 after pickup of the first.
And again, we talked about it earlier, Meter, the tips and tricks that veterans will pull out. Like you said, he knew that the 2-minute warning was coming. No point in trying to get out of bounds. He knew the clock was going to stop.
Well, on top of that, he also made it look like he was going out of bounds, which I think was very clever. Oh, and the play doesn't develop fast enough.
That was a great defensive play by Monkeywork. Saw what was going on here, threw everything at West's quarterback, Mahomes, and now it's 2nd and 19, and that clock's still dropping.
Snap throw over the middle picks up the 17. Timeout Kansas City at 1:23.
That's a gain of 7.
All right, second timeout taken.
3rd and 12.
West trying to get into that end zone, trying to stop the bleeding a bit. Throws, caught. He's down to
First
the
down.
1.
That's another Kansas City
Dangerous yard on the field.
It definitely is.
And his time
First and
selecting a
goal
play
at the
here.
1-yard line.
Less than a minute to play. Snap, looking, waiting, throwing over to the left and caught.
There we
And
go.
says a touchdown from West.
West gets back on the scoreboard there. Now to bring the game within 10.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
But we're looking at it, Mater. He would need to score, get the onside kick,
Kick is good.
score again,
Makes
get the
score.
onside kick,
Ravens 24.
and then
Chiefs
hit the
14.
field goal.
Harrison Butker
Yep.
kickoff for Kansas City.
There's a beautiful onside kick. Oh my God.
Oh, he almost had that. Almost had that.
Wow. That was a really nice onside kick. I have yet to see one of those work in any of our leagues, and that one had very real potential.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Very hard to get off. And off right side, tons of room. Edwards just taking off, cutting back in, taking out at the 16.
Gus Edwards, the ball carrier.
Great
Mount
run.
Kansas City.
Great run by Monkeywork there. West taking his last time out. Monkey with a 10-point lead with less than a minute to play here. It doesn't look like he's looking to burn off the rest of this clock. It's looked like he's looking to burn up some more pixels on the scoreboard. Change those numbers.
A lot of calls being made. What is ostensibly a nothing play? You could take the knee and win this game.
Exactly.
No gain on the play. Second and
Be interesting to see what Monkey does at this point.
From the pistol, 2nd and 10 with about 10 seconds left. In motion, handoff, and taken down, and that should end the game.
That definitely should do it. We've got 7 seconds on the clock, and it dropping. Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in chat. What a matchup we saw in our showcase matchup. Monkeywork moves to 2-0. West now falls to 1-1. And I know I'm the guy that has the stats on the sheets of paper in front of me here. So matchmaking wise, I'm almost looking at a matchup down the road is definitely going to be in our near future. Monkeywork versus Colby. That's going to be an interesting matchup here on Clash.
Awesome matchup. I'm really excited for that. Great work by both these teams.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Hats off to Monkeywork to come up against and come back from multiple turnovers. Gave up 4 in the first half. I don't believe he gave up any in the second half. And despite giving up 4 turnovers, still able to win this game by 10 points.
Yeah, really good work to stay calm and to make it happen.
Let's take a look at some stats here. West with a dominating performance through the air, 220 to only 131. And the rushing yards are pretty close. I believe it was 78 to 61, I believe what I saw there. So, I mean, West definitely putting the ball in the air and moving down the field. But when it came time to hit the end zone, that's when Monkey said the brake stops, or, the buck stops here and puts the brakes on. And as a result, put up a great defensive performance here against West.
Absolutely, and that is no easy task.
Not at all. I don't know if we're going to see some final. Oh, we are. Here we go. We're going to see some final comparison game stats. 24-14 is your final. Total offense, 281 to 209 in favor of the losing team. First downs in favor of Kansas City and West as well. Total yards, almost 100 in the difference. Turnovers, 4 for Baltimore, 2 for Kansas City. Third down conversions, that's one of your favorite stats. Baltimore with 3 for 4 for 75%. And as you started pointing out very early on, and when we started doing broadcast meter, that usually the team that controls the third down conversions is the team that wins the game. And that's what we saw today.
Yes, those are the clutch times. A lot of these stats are in favor of Kansas City. So this easily could have gone the other way. I think there were just a couple of key plays that ended up letting this game end the way that it ended. But both these competitors played an exceptional game. Oh,
by far. This is not the end of the road for either one of these competitors. I know we just talked about that in the future it looks like it's going to be Monkeywork and Colbus 1984 going head-to-head. But West still has a lot in the tank. He showed a lot today based on these stats alone. When you look at his ability to put the ball through the air, I mean, West is definitely dangerous, and I think he'll be back sooner than later.
I do not doubt that for a second, and I look forward to, or maybe dread, having to play him myself.
Yeah, we have to get you into this division here. We've seen what you're able to do in hockey. I'm interested to see Meter take the field in Madden and see what we can do there.
Scary competition out here, I'll tell you that right now.
It definitely is, and we are always looking for new members to join our community to be a part of this. If you like what you saw tonight and thought, hey, I wish I could be a part of that, you can. Just get in touch with us on Twitter, The Evolve Sports, and pretty soon we're going to have some interesting information on how else to join us on our Gilded server as well, so and on Facebook, so stay tuned for that. But Meter, what a game tonight. It was absolutely incredible. Both games were, but what a showcase matchup. I mean, Monkeywork comes into that game, and despite the 4 turnovers, able to pull off the victory and able to control, when it mattered, control the clock and control what West was able to do. But what a night here on Clash overall. Right from the beginning here with the hockey that was absolutely electric from beginning to end, and then we followed up with football. I keep saying it week after week, but it's true. Clash just keeps getting better and better and better.
I could not agree more. And 2 big victories, one for Darth Travis and one right now for Monkeywork, and just really exceptional play across the board. I think the biggest winner of all was us getting to watch this. I know I had a blast, and I always do with Evolve Sports Live.
Yeah, I do as well. And yeah, I mean, we had a front row seat for everything. And the audience here on Twitch, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm sure you guys were all entertained as well. But let's go back to the opening game. Let's go back to the hockey game for a second, because you and Monkey talked about it, and I didn't really get a chance to chime in too much about it. Now that I have a moment, the improvement of CommandoSlippy game over game, just things he pulled off tonight between one-timers and spinoramas. I mean, he is definitely putting work in. He is definitely putting time in, and it's showing. And that's absolutely incredible.
I saw better shooting, better stick work, dekes, which he had never done before, very few offsides and no penalties. And those are all really rookie mistakes that we weren't seeing from Slippy today.
No.
I was very, very much impressed. And we keep talking about how great Slippy did and his improvement. And I don't think that should overshadow Travis. I think that the reason we say that is because we've seen how dang good Darth Travis is. He is so good. We expect him to be that good every time we see him play.
Exactly. Former number 1 contender, and I'm sure he'll be number 1 contender again very, very soon. Travis put on a hell of a performance as well. And I'm not taking anything away from that performance. You're right. I should clarify. I'm not taking anything at all from Darth Travis's performance tonight. But, I mean, I think a lot of people came out of this game thinking, maybe when I face Slippy next time, it's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be I can sit back and relax. You're going to have to play the full game if you're going to get a win over CommandoSlippy.
Down to a 1-score game, and Slippy had a really good opportunity in the final 10 seconds of the game. So, yeah, I could not agree more. You're going to have to play end to end, whistle to whistle, the entire 60 minutes.
Yeah, most definitely. If there's one piece of advice that I can possibly give CommandoSlippy is try to practice the passes out to center ice as opposed to long passes, which were causing him some icing problems in the third period. But I mean, that's just me saying I need to find something to say. You need something to work on, because everything else he completely, was in a realm of his own tonight. So hats off to him. And as far as Darth Travis goes, Travis, a former number 1 contender, always a perennial favorite when it comes to the NHL series. Him and I have been playing both the game and playing each other since 1994. So there's no piece of advice I can possibly give Darth Travis. I mean, he already knows it all. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the future of this division, and you as the division champion. I mean, there's some challenges coming your way.
There definitely are. I'm very hesitant to give any tips myself, because these guys are already coming for my throat very quickly.
Totally understand that.
Travis with a little bit quicker passing, and Slippy with a little bit better defensive positioning. Don't step so much on the defense and leave your guys on 2-on-1s.
Yep.
And that's literally all I have.
Yep.
And all I dare give.
No, exactly. You don't want to give away the keys to the castle, but it's great again to see the competition that we had tonight, both in the opening game with hockey with CommandoSlippy and Darth Travis, and then again in our showcase matchup between West and Monkeywork. And I believe Monkeywork has joined us in the voice channel. So Monkey, is there something that you wanted to discuss, sir?
I was just going to echo your statements of how in that first game everybody kind of maybe would have went into that thinking it was a David and Goliath match, and it ended up being a Goliath match. And both competitors looked great. The match I just came out of, wow, the turnovers were something. And I kind of feel bad. I had a quick press the button after getting the touchdown and accidentally selected a play rather than kicking it. So I don't know if that was a suggestion or just pressed A and it picked a play for me. But maybe those 2 points could have been required, given that he was able to march back down and get a touchdown on me right away as well. But not a game that I was expecting it to be when I was playing that one there against West. He did an amazing job.
Yeah, you guys
that with the win.
You guys both did. I mean, what was going through your mind there when on your first play of your first drive, you took off with Jackson and basically hit a brick wall? I mean, that can't be what you were anticipating for the opening play. And I mean, it's I've said it before on commentary, to quote Mike Tyson, everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. So you were able to adapt very quickly because West is absolutely deadly with that hit stick.
West is very deadly with the hit stick. I knew that in order for me to be successful in this one, I wasn't going to get nearly as many passes over the middle like I did in the previous games we had played this week. I knew he'd be covering that a whole lot more. I had planned to try to keep it more on the ground. That didn't really work completely as I had planned either. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the plan off that first play was with the expectation that he would think I was going to do kind of my patented jet sweep or something. So I thought I would rather instead take the QB up the middle. He talk about getting punched in the face. That got stopped right away. But I'm glad I was able to at least get one run with Jackson in there. That one went well. The stats on that game were all over the place. I never felt comfortable in that game.
Right.
The safety was huge. A couple of the stops where he probably should have went for the 3 points rather than going for the field or for the touchdown was big. But it was nice being able to finally get through to his quarterback a few times in that game, which I haven't been able to do all that well in the past.
Yeah, you could see the momentum was kind of turning that way because at the first of the game or the start of the game, I don't know whether it was strategy to try to get to him and you just couldn't get through, or as the game went on, you were like, I'm going to put pressure on the quarterback. Either way, we were able to see you turn it around and finally put some pressure on the quarterback and cause some errant throws and been able to control the game. So one question that Mito and I had earlier in the broadcast, we noticed that you switched from the Baltimore defense to the New England defense prior to the game. Is there something within that defense that you like better, or you just feel it suits the team better, or what was the reasoning behind changing the defense over?
Without giving away too much, it's more of a fact that when I go to look, so I usually don't pick. I usually pick my own defensive plays. I don't use coaching suggestions for defensive plays.
Right.
And on a couple of the formations I'm using, I prefer the layout of the plays from the New England.
Right.
As far as being able to quickly switch between a couple of them,
Mm-hmm.
they're just laid out. I don't have to scroll as far to find them as I do in Baltimore's.
That makes sense. And yeah, we're not expecting you to give away all your trade secrets. I was just wondering if there was something within the New England playbook that you liked better than the.
It's just simply the ordering of the plays. I can keep a couple of the defensive plays that I'm most comfortable with close to the same page without having to scroll too far.
Totally.
That's
the big and the small of it. I will respect that. I won't ask you to elaborate any further in case there are any trade secrets in there. But yeah, thank you for answering that question, sir.
No problem. And I've got to go back though and draw, because if there's one thing that West was exposing in that game was my inability to properly stop a what's the name play, the sneak, or not the sneak, the throw over to the running back along the flat there. I can't think of the type of play that's called, but I was unable to stop him every time he did that.
Screen.
Yeah.
Screen. Thank you. The screen pass. I can't stop any of those. So I've got to go back to the drawing board and figure out something for that. But
yeah, well, there's always time for that. But in your future, sir, it looks as though down the road you've got a matchup coming up with the TPCFL Season 6 champion, Colbus 1984, which unless something goes drastically wrong, I'm sure he'll be taking the Chicago Bears. So you've got Colby and the Bears in your future, sir.
I'm about to get bear mauled.
Well, on that note, again, an absolutely fantastic night on Clash. I mean, you guys called the opening game for commentary, so pulling double duty in some cases tonight, but thank you so much for that. And I look forward to Clash 8 2 weeks from tonight. I don't even know what the matchups are going to be yet, but I cannot wait.
Can't wait either. Thanks for all the work that you did. The intro video was amazing. The graphics are awesome. I didn't hear the commentary, but I'm sure it was fantastic during the football game. And thanks for everything that you're putting in. And Mater, thank you very much for being my broadcast partner in the first game, and also what I'm sure was amazing play-by-play.
I don't know if we still have Meter. Mm-hmm. Oh, you are still here.
Happy to be here.
Perfect. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't yet following the channel here on Twitch, make sure you drop a follow so that you know when we go live. It's every second Monday, and then every Monday in between, it's Evolve Sports Tonight, where we come on and we talk about what's going on within the organization, discuss some ideas for some future plans, and it's always intimate, interactive with the community. So you're more than welcome to join us for that. The next episode will be actually, it won't be next Monday night. Next week, it's going to be on Tuesday night, because Monday night is the wedding anniversary of myself and the ever wonderful, beautiful Slangel. So I will not be live next Monday night for Evolve Sports Tonight, but you can join us on a special Tuesday broadcast to get the latest updates. And I'm sure by then we will be able to announce what the showcase matchup is for Clash 8. Which would be 6 days from that broadcast. So on behalf of Monkeywork, on behalf of Meter, my name is Langelo on Xbox. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for Clash, and we'll see you in 1 week and 1 day from tonight for the next episode of Evolve Sports Tonight. Good night, everybody, and thank you for watching.